Come on. Do the transaction. Do the transaction for me.
I think I'm live.
You have to be live. Make sure.
Let me double check. I think I'm live.
Transaction for me. Yeah, I can hear myself.
I think I'm live. All right, good.
Oh
And
yeah,
and the
yeah,
audio seems
yeah.
more balanced this time.
Of
Like
course.
last time, and I was like in a little bitty picture above your head.
My transaction failed. Boo. Oh, so many people are trying to sell right now. Makes sense.
All right, there we go. Oh boy, why is everything, man, like a root canal?
Bro, look, bro. It
Uh,
don't make no sense.
let
It
me
don't
put
make
my
no
live
sense.
chat on. Who all is here? We got, hey, Sarah, how are you, sweetheart? And
Why?
Jack and your nanny. Hey, and I just got an alert that Crypto Culture went live.
Hey, let me see. Let me see what.
Sarah is a Chico Army member, and she's just one of the funniest people ever. She's like real quiet and demure, and so when she comes out with some lightning, it's like, whoa, I didn't expect that. But she was telling me that she was following you before you were introduced to the Chico Army family.
Oh, of course. Hey, all right.
So she's one of
All right.
your OGs. So she's in here. So shout
Hey,
out to
success.
Sarah.
Success. All right. So let me take this out of my mouth. Let me stop trading, guys. Sorry, guys. I was definitely trading on Uniswap right there. Let me close all of this out. Let me show you guys some respect in the chat.
I won't embarrass you, Sarah. I promise.
Hey, two goats, what's good? What's good? What's going on, crypto cousins? It's still Bitcoin Baby Daddy here with another episode. You know, I got to get the live stream with Scotty P because we got all the insight, all the juicy so you know you got to do it.
And all that good stuff.
But what's good, Nick T? What's good, Malcolm Rex? What's good, Jack Burney? Jonah Hill? What's up, Doge? 30 cents by Friday. Doge to 30 cents by Friday. Oh Lord. Well, we're gonna see what these with the way these alts is looking at right now. Just looking at the altcoin. We're gonna look on that. But hey guys, hey Danny, how you doing? I'm live streaming with Scotty P, so make sure you check out Scotty P's live stream. He's live streaming right now too. I'll definitely drop the link to his channel in the chat right now.
Man, it's so funny
Sure.
because I like the and thank you for saying yes, because I like the live stream format.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because like if I'm doing a produced video, sometimes because I don't do a script, so it's like, all right, and then I'll come sit down, and then I'm like, oh, hang on, let me go smoke a cigarette, and then it's come back, and I don't know why I get stage fright in front of a microphone, but I guess if it's a live stream, it's like, all right, fuck it, I'm committed already. And so I guess I had that mental countdown in my head already, but I don't know. I just like it better. But with that 20-second delay,
the 20-second delay it's whatever. I keep forgetting that it's fights going on right now. And I'm like, this is why I don't try to do it Sunday nights, and I try to do it. I mean, Saturday nights. I try to do it Saturday mornings, but then Saturday mornings, people are like, "Oh, it's too early." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, get out of here, man. Come get this knowledge. You want this bread? You want this bread? You want this cryptocurrency? You got to be up at. You got to be up at like 4:00 in the morning, or no, you got to be up at freaking 4:00 in the morning, waiting for blockstream.net to tweet, waiting for blockchain leaks to tweet at 4:00 in the morning to try to get a trade in. That's what's going on.
Oh man. Well, I told you there was a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you about, not necessarily coin or token related, but because how long have you had your channel now?
I started this and officially started this November 2018. That's when I officially started the channel. What's good, Red Snapper? How you doing, cuz? And yeah, and I just slowly just kept putting content out at my own pace. You know what I'm saying? But at those times, we didn't know crypto was gonna ever come back or not. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Like we didn't think. We were like, everyone's like, just hodl, you'll be fine. And I'm like, you can say that. You've been in here for years. You don't know how it feels. And it's like, no, I bought the top last time.
Yeah,
No, I don't believe it.
it's funny because people go, "Oh yeah, well you've been in crypto a long time." I'm like, "No, man, it's like dog years." So,
Oh my God, does that shit go by so fast?
because like when Kenzie and I got here, man, if you've ever walked into a room and then people that were talking all just stopped talking at the same time. So imagine that times 10. You walk into a room and there's this raging party going on, and the second you walk in, they're all sitting there like drinking tea and everything. That's what happened to Kenzie and me after the last bull run. We got in and we're like, hang on, man, this is supposed to be like all pussy and donuts, man. Where's the pussy and the donuts? But then it was 3 years of a bear market, man, and we were talking about that in the last stream where like, and then you and I were talking about it in message, about how like my grandparents and listening to their story about growing up in the Great Depression, how it basically changed everything, how they did everything for the rest of their life. And then you and me, from day freaking one, the last 3 years were, it was the Great Depression. So now all of a sudden, like that one yesterday in FY, and went from $60 to $600
Oh my,
in how many hours?
yes. It's weird, but the thing is, like, I'm sitting here, so I'm looking at these altcoins, right? Is we like, what was it? The recent dip that we had with Bitcoin completely shattered altcoins, like
Oh yeah.
completely wrecked a lot of altcoins. And of course, I remember I talked in the video, guys, about how I got liquidated. Still waiting on that DYDX airdrop if it ever is coming.
Now,
but if it's coming. But I'm over here and you're talking about how you went from 60 to 600, and it's like, dang, that's a 10x. Well, is that a 10? No, yeah, that's a 10x. And within hours, and like I was looking at engine, and I've had a bag of engine for the longest. And if I reduced that bag so that way I can grow other bags. And then as soon as I swear to God, as soon as I reduce the bag, just like I did with Rary, except I sold all of Rary, which is pissing me off because I sold all of Rary for a loss. And then now I'm looking at my engine bag like, this engine bag could have been so much bigger off of that pump. And so, but just going off of what I was trying to say is, we've got more stimulus checks. Like, we got more stimulus money apparently coming. Or at least it's past another section. So what? Now it's past the Senate.
It's past the Senate, so Biden's going to sign it. It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
But what? So wait. But does this go anywhere towards the individuals?
9% of this one, however much, 3.9 trillion, 9% is going to find its way to the people.
Okay, where's the rest of this going? 9% of a trillion.
We got to pass it before we can find out what's in it. It's flashbacks, brother.
Bro, I don't know
flashbacks.
I don't know what they're putting. I'm telling you, they're probably just taking our rights away with every stimulus check, not even realizing what rights you're getting taken away.
Well, I said, Ben Franklin thing, right? If you give up any of your civil rights for a little bit of freedom, you have neither civil rights or freedom. You don't have either one of them. But don't let's not get started on that.
But so no, because I'm looking at this meme and I know that people are, yo, why did I get deleted? How'd you get deleted? You're right here. But no, I'm just looking at this little meme and it's like, so refund checks are going to come in because people are filing their tax returns. Their regular paychecks for people who still have jobs, and then a stimulus check is going to come in, all within like a month of its time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just want to know, like, what like for people like me, I'm it's all going to crypto. Like, I know all of my stuff is going to, like, I as soon as I see it gone. I'm just lucky enough to still have a full-time job and blessed to be able to do that.
Well, you got to file your taxes before they'll issue it out, is my understanding. So,
Okay, true.
oops.
Oh, well, hey, I gotta file my taxes regardless.
But here in the
Maybe my
state of
moderator.
Texas,
Hold on,
I'm sorry.
hold on. No, you're fine. Nick T. Maybe the moderators didn't like it, but I say I trust my moderators. But just write it again and let me see what you're saying. I don't think you said anything crazy. No, well, go ahead.
Oh well,
Sorry.
see, when you get to my age and you forget where it was. Oh, in Texas, because of the freeze,
Right.
they pushed our filing date back to July for some reason. Well, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you guys have like essentially like economic disaster extension. No, no, that's exactly what that's it. Coming from my field, that's essentially what it might be, like an economic disaster. And I hate Bitcoin Maxi so much, bro.
Flat.
So of course, but that's what that is. But I know everybody's been talking about it recently. The whole Jack Dorsey, he was doing the whole Twitter thing. He
Yeah.
was selling his first tweet as an NFT. And bro, did you go to that tweet when he put the post out? All the Bitcoin maxis are in there, just going in on him, and I'm like, you gotta love it, you gotta love it. But and I'm just like, he's essentially getting um introduced to the crypto world. He was real super Bitcoin. He ran his own node and whatever, but it was inevitable that he had to step out into altcoins. He had to do it, and I was waiting for the moment where he did do it to see how they would react. You know, and
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
I tell you what, I think it's silly. Well, number one, P.T. Barnum, who never actually said it, but he's credited with saying there's a fool born every minute, right? There's a sucker born every minute. What one person treasures as a collectible by others are looked at, I mean, yeah. Some of those proof of birth things, some of those really cool transactions, that would have been cool to have in a form of an artwork, some NFTs like that.
I don't really mess with the NFT art. I don't.
I was looking for something because I'm doing my office, now. I was looking for some stuff I was going to put on the wall. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't see anything that I really, really want. But there were a couple that I went after. Like I went after, and you knew the fanboy ones were going to be gone, like XOR and Link. You knew those were going to be gone, like
Yeah,
like chop chop. And the one I wanted to do,
they'll pay exorbitant prices for it too.
Yeah, and the one that would have been really cool that after it was all over that I would have wanted to do would have been the Huli coin.
Okay,
that would have been cool. That would have been cool. That would have been the ultimate.
People don't even know what Huli coin is.
The Chico Army does. The Chico Army does. That would have been an awesome one. But of course, they didn't post it in the chat until after it was over. It was gone. But back to that. Man, there's people that'll buy anything. There's a market for anything. There's a market for weirdos. Not judging, sorry. There's a market for people that auction on women's underwear.
Of course.
And I guess, worn for 3 days is something that adds intrinsic value to it or something. So I say that, I tell you that to tell you this, that there's a market for everything. And so just because for me it wasn't something that was attractive, um, I can see how it is something that is attractive, because it's not like with baseball cards where that shortage turned out to be all bullshit.
Right.
But the Jack Dorsey tweet that I would want, he has deleted.
Which one? What Jack Dorsey tweet? What do you want?
Because I retweeted it like right after election day. It was, "We are not here as a judge. We are here just to let the people talk." And I posted that with how he had muted Trump, and that one got deleted. And on my page, even a lot of times it'll say, "Oh yeah, this tweet has been deleted." This time my tweet was deleted. Boom, gone.
Someone in my chat says you boys are in the South wild. Undies though.
Hey,
Hey,
that ain't me. I'm just saying.
But you can tell we from the South, that's for sure. But just for people who don't, I get the whole idea of the whole NFTs, but I remember I put out a tweet, and let me see if I can find the tweet that I put out, or at least I retweeted somebody. And I know it wasn't that long ago, but they were talking about NFTs and how like this is great and all for NFTs and whatnot, but this is the real value of NFTs, and like don't forget how like what the real value of NFTs should really be. And now let me see if I can get it. I remember that. I remember smart contract tokens. Yeah, so right here, Chris Black. There we go. So digital
See,
art is just like
this time you can show it in. I can tell you in live time. I can't see your screen.
what, my screen?
You said here, and you were going to show me something.
I was talking to the community.
Oh,
Yeah, because
okay. So splice here. We're going to cut that part out.
they should be able to see it. I wish you could see it. So Chris Black, he's also a content creator in the crypto space. He's really deep into NFTs. In a sense, he's like a Chico for the DeFi people. One of the DeFi OGs. He's like a Chico version of that, in the sense of he not talks badly, but he attacks every other DeFi project for not being as decentralized as they should be. And he really dives into like, what does it really mean to be decentralized? Because there's still I didn't understand admin keys until I started watching some of his content. I'm like, oh, okay, now I know what an admin key is, and blah 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 blah. But I mean, granted, you can say that, but he was just retweeting where someone was saying digital art is a major example of NFTs, but NFTs can also be things like digital trading cards, collectibles, objects, and online games. That's why Engine was blowing up recently. Patches of land and virtual worlds, cryptocurrency wallet names, because I could have like Kenzie.eth. That's an NFT for like a wallet address. Instead of having like a full-blown wallet address, you can just put McKinsey. Like when you're using any type of Ethereum wallet, you can literally type in Kenzie.eth and it would go to my wallet address. But I didn't buy that. But you can use an NFT for that, and other digital tokens. But Chris Black just pointed out, more importantly, you can lose it for property deeds. And I think just like how Tyler was saying, when you combine the physical world with the digital world, that's where the true value of NFTs like really lie. Just like how you have Unisocks and its NFT version versus its ERC20 version, and the whole physical world redeemable version, which I don't even think anybody's going to redeem the physical version of those socks anymore. But like I said, more importantly, property deeds, automobile titles, driver's licenses, and intellectual property rights. Because of course we're seeing like, I saw on BSC. I'm not using BSC, but I saw it on BSC. Like there was like a whole Pokemon spinoff, NFTs, and I'm just like, yeah, copyrights are coming. See it, and the thing is, they can't be taken down.
I don't get it, man. I mean, I do, but I don't. I mean, they're like a pet rock in a sense. However, I get it. It's just one of those things I wish I'd thought of it first, but it didn't. I wasn't one of the ones that it appealed to. So I kind of like Tyler's approach. It's the money during the gold rush was made by the people selling picks and pans. And so instead of focusing on the flower or the art, focus on the
infrastructure.
On the infrastructure
NFT.
on which this shit's going to be traded, and that made a lot of sense to me. Now, did you it's on the NFT topic? Did you do the NFY?
Oh no, I didn't get into NFY soon enough.
Yeah,
Like I said, I can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't get into everything. And I'm
Yeah.
slowly but surely seeing and I know I've told my community that a lot is like I'm seeing myself accumulate a lot of tokens just because I normally do not trade. Well, yo, Nemesis, how you doing? I saw you. I saw the yo in the chat. I was screaming, doing whatever. But and I was talking to you about this before the chat started. How I would get into like some speculative low cap altcoin, ape in, FOMO in, take my initial investment. Like that was literally what I was doing when the stream started. Was like I had jumped into inverse finance, inverse DAO or whatever. And I remember a while ago we were trying to farm that, but then they shut down the whole farming for it. Because I remember it was a Saturday morning and I was like, Scotty, go up, Scotty. I might have a gym. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so you remember.
It's like, no, I'm out. Okay, fuck it, I'm out.
but that's how it is sometimes. That's how, like, you got, it's 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning. I'm telling you guys, that's one of the sweet spots. Gas prices, you can tell that like people are moving because gas prices aren't too low, but they're low enough. You know what I'm saying? So you can move around. And then by 8 o'clock, gas prices are already gone. Like, and that's on a Saturday morning. But going back to it, but I got into like the inverse DAO. It doubled, took out half, then it doubled again, and I just took out half again. And like, because I'm like, I just know what happens to these things when they go up. But what's happening is I'm accumulating a bunch of nonsense tokens that I'm not going to keep up with. Like, think about how many tokens you have that you're not keeping up with. Like, there's always another one. There's all like, how many NFT projects have you heard about now?
All right.
And I'm like,
and now that it's gained momentum, now it's going to snowball. It's going to get 100 times worse. And anything that says polka dot on it with NFTs right now is a non-existent unicorn, right? Or no?
Non-existent unicorn.
a double negative.
Bitcoins. Someone giving the chat and said Bitcoins. Malcolm Rex, what's good? John,
hey, Malcolm.
John, what's good? John Yoshi, what's good? But I'm just ready. I'm ready for the NFT hype to just die and come back and pump my come back and pump my DeFi bag. Please come back and pump my DeFi bags.
This market can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Who you telling?
But you know what though? And we were talking about it before. But sometimes even in a bull market, man, you might have the perfect entry point, but you screw it up on the end. And so I've sometimes I forget my own sermon, like you were just saying, take out a little bit, take out a little bit, take out a little bit. But again, like I was talking about earlier with our grandparents' depression stories, or maybe your great grandparents' depression stories, that's all they ever knew. So Hey, I got a 4X. Yeah, come here.
I got to. I got to.
I'm,
I've never tasted a bear market. Some people have never tasted a bear market.
right.
And
It,
they just don't know. They
all right.
don't
So,
know.
yes. And for those people, again, it's not all pussy and donuts. It's not. It is now. It is now.
It is for now. Like the way you can trade right now, it's way too much. But just going into some of what people are saying in the chat, I've got MG Tao investor. Um, I've got normies in real life talking about NFTs. One of the big ones that I
Uh
see a lot of people talk about
oh.
is NBA Top Shots.
Ah.
Yeah, that's the one that I hear a lot of normies coming out of nowhere talking about NBA Top Shot, and I'm just like, I people are probably going to try to hold on to them for a very long time, and then they're going to realize that people are going to stop talking about them, and then they're going to realize how much is this video of. Now I know that I'm really stretching it, but how much is this video of Kobe Bryant practicing in high school really worth? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to happen. But my problem is when it comes to the whole NBA Top Shots, that's the NBA. Like, it's not even decentralized the way you want it to be when it comes to like crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole point was to get it straight to the player, from the player to the person who wants to buy the NFT. You know, that kind of thing. And it's more like prize packs in video games, which I get because they have to implement it in some way, but it's more like prize packs in video. What is it? Loot boxes. I don't know if you know what loot boxes are, but they're
Mm-mm.
essentially old motherfucker. Loot boxes are almost like a gambling thing in the sense of, like, say if you like if your son or your nephew or whatever, they play a video game, right? And it's almost like the cosmetics of the video game. They get dropped like casino cards, and not casino cards, but like, you know how if you're pulling the roulette machine, you know, if you pull the roulette machine and it goes ding 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 ding, and then
Slot
you
machine?
get around. Yeah, the slot machine. When I say roulette machine, when you're playing the slot machine, that's essentially what loot boxes are. You play the slot machine and you get a random item. And so what the prize top shot packs are essentially like a rare pack, a not rare pack, or an ultra rare pack. You know, the packs drop and you have to, like, you know, buy them up at the time. So, but the thing is, like, what are these packs going to be worth in 4 years? Because people have like crypto kitties, like people like who's like we getting all these people talking about these NFTs being sold for this month. Jack Dorsey's NFTs being sold for this much. Where are the crypto kitties that were the originals? How much are they being sold for right now?
I don't know.
You see,
Yeah.
no one's talking about no crypto kitties being sold for millions of dollars right now, but they were the original NFTs.
Well, you know, in the life of a boat owner, they say that the two happiest days of being a boat owner is it number one is the day that you buy it, and number two is the day that you sell it.
My
That's
God,
kind of like those NFTs, my brother.
bro, I've got two NFTs. I've tried to sell one of them. One of them I don't feel like selling. I'm just gonna hold on to it. Probably waiting for that person to die to see if anybody wants to buy it from that point.
Damn.
Um, I look
You're a
that,
Seinfeld episode, man.
but it's the truth. Like, wait for the person to die, then all of their memorabilia goes up, and I'll have a copy of. Hey, look, guys, did you guys know this person had an NFT? Do anybody want to buy? And I'm like, damn, that sounds terrible. You're gonna try to profit off of someone's death, but I'm like, but that's what these record labels do. These rappers die
Yeah.
from like the drug abuse that they go through for having like so much money and at a very young age. And then when one of them dies, these record labels just continue to play their music as much as possible and just extort it from a dead person. So I'm like, capitalism. But
but
but yeah, I've tried to sell one of my NFTs, and it's like, who's gonna buy it? Like, from the sea of thousands of NFTs, and it makes me think, Like, and the only reason why I bought the NFT was so I can get like the rareable airdrop for participating in like because you get if you're buying and selling NFTs on Rarible, they give you their governance token for buying and selling on Rarible.
Okay.
So I was just like, oh, let me try it to see how much of this Rarible I'm gonna get if I buy this NFT. Now I have this NFT and I can't sell it because nobody wants to buy it.
Yeah, I've got one for like being one of the original XDI delegators.
Okay.
You know that, and
And
I got a a certificate in there when I moved from the 5th grade to the 6th grade too. So if it ever makes me money, okay, cool. Otherwise, all right. Here, it's a virtual paperweight.
yeah, it's a virtual paper. I don't know. No, anyways, that's my NFT talk because, like I
But
said,
yeah, but I will say, I got to go along with Tyler, and I'm glad that he said it the way that he said it, because that's the way that I do it. Is I don't care about the so much, unless it's something very, very special and very, very emotional to me. However, if I can do the system where we can facilitate those trades, that's where my money wants to be. And so that was such a smart move. But the reason I bring it up is that NFY, they've got a couple of ways that you can do passive income. I mean, you can do a regular liquidity pool,
right?
and you can go and do their version of farming, but their version of farming is different. If you lock it up, it's locked up forever and ever. Amen. However, in the near future, you'll be able to sell the package deal. So for that liquidity token, you'll be able to sell the package deal for dummies for crypto, I guess. But those will be sold as NFTs. However, in the interim, you can pool rewards. So there's that, which is the farming, but that's pig committed. You're in. And then they also have a staking version that pays about 1/3 of the amount, but it's you can unlock it versus it's locked forever. So you can unlock it. So I have both of them going. And so in 48 hours, it's given me basically 2 NFYs, which at 400 and something is $800. That's not bad staking rewards for 2 days.
That isn't bad at all. But the price is going up, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and then are you and you're in the liquidity pool, so of course you're in like the NFY and the ETH pool, right?
Yes.
So you're
I did that, and then I put those into the
into their
farming deal.
So then that way you can get the NFYs. Yep.
Yeah, and
so you can make up for the impermanent loss through there.
Yeah, I don't even worry about impermanent loss. I mean, because what I've noticed, like some of the stuff that I threw back in the liquidity pool in July.
Yeah.
It's because I write down what the ratio was.
Right. Yeah. Because when you're using Zerion, if you have a liquidity pool, if you're using Zappify, if you go to like your liquidity pool, it'll tell you exactly how many tokens you have in it at that time. And then all you have to do is go down to the bottom where you did, because it's gonna say it's like a sale. It's gonna say like a sell, buy and sell at the bottom, because it always does the transactions at the bottom. All you gotta do is go to the transaction, like on Etherscan, and just see the number that you initially put in there. And that's it. So that's it.
Or I can just look on my whiteboard right here.
But I'm just saying, like, you wrote it down on your whiteboard.
I got my new school stuff going on. I got my old school stuff going on, man. If it's right here, I'm less likely to forget it
True, true,
because it's
true.
staring me in the face.
Um, how do you feel about uni breaking top 10?
I mean, I wish I would have been there from day one. I wasn't.
Oh, oh,
Um,
oh.
but um, and again, as far as crypto, as far as like how stuff works, um, most of that goes right over my head. Again, when we start talking about different consensus and blah blah
Oh,
blah, and
yeah.
then I all I hear is Charlie Brown's teacher. That's all I hear. And but when I see something and I'm able to frame it through a lens that I'm used to looking through, and I can apply that to like life and my business history, then I'm able to latch into it and make it mine. You know, and liquidity pools. Um, some Dr. Ed was asking me last night. He asked me, he goes, "So when you look at your liquidity pool earnings, do you just like start laughing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I really do." And it's not even big positions. It's
No,
not
because
even big
it's because
positions,
we're so early.
but
It's because we're so early.
and
That's
also for how long it's been in there. But
it,
for this one, I was just mentioning that NFY. Um, because we were in so early on that one, the ones that went ahead and did the liquidity pool and they're farming on that one, it's paying like 1,700%. It's down now, but so yeah, if you can get in early, that's the key. And then
um,
I know that you love to hodl. You've got that trading side, and I'm the same way.
yeah, I just like the hard. It's just for me. I have to huddle because too many trades. Like I said, I'm accumulating a bunch of garbage. But as long as I took out my initial investment, I'm fine. I can like this coin could go to zero, and I'll be fine. You know why? Because I didn't lose anything within the trade. You
There you
know,
go.
I didn't lose anything. But I'm looking for something right now because there was I'm trying to think of the video that I just did where I was talking about the account that I follow from my anonymous account. What I am trying to find is just give me a second. Yeah, no, go ahead. You can talk, but
Actually, there's a comment here from Patrick that made me laugh. Back to what we were talking about. He said it's like Facebook selling your account when you pass away.
oh my god, that's terrible.
I do. Okay, hang on a second.
Ooh,
Oh
Scotty
no,
P
never
got
mind.
the babies. Scotty P got the babies, y'all.
Thank you, though. Thank you. I thought I put mine inside.
Ah,
But
you guys see this is why I'm glad I just know I'm glad I just sold this. So of course I'm one of the random probably yeah, he's a researcher at the block. See, this is why I be telling you guys follow accounts. He's a researcher at the block. The block is one of the bigger news article sites, and it's hilarious that 30 people like it's hilarious that like 30 people missed out on the 150K airdrop because they were too lazy to click on a few transactions to vote on inverse finance.
ooh,
Ugh. Ugh. That's so I just like I told you guys, I was in this, I just got out, and of course I always tell people when something gets on the trending page of CoinGecko, it might be time to sell, bro. It might be time to. It's right here. It's right here trending on the trending hot page. When I see anything like that, like well, paid. You see, paid is up here too, but that's for the bad reason. But invert, no, no, I'm good. And then when you start seeing stuff like this, people gloating about their airdrop that they probably did or didn't get. Yeah, I'm glad I took profits because they're about to be ready to dump on some people's heads right there. But I was actually going to E-Girl Capital. That's what I was trying to go to.
let me ask you answer another portion to the question you had. You were talking about Uni being in the top 10.
Right.
And I'm sorry, now I'm kind of jumpy. Well, she walked right up and knocked on my door, and I never even saw or heard her. Woo! Now I got to keep looking over. They're going to come with the.
Your garage door is fully open, isn't it?
Yeah. Because it's nice out right now, man. It's just so nice. But, Tyler's video yesterday was on the Uniswap deal. Wow. And I didn't realize they had that much money in their community account, but holy cow. Holy cow.
Oh my God.
So
and you know the Uni airdrop is worth like almost $8,000 to $9,000 right now.
Oh yeah.
Sitting comfortable, just like not even like dropping.
So
imagine if they give another airdrop to the people who didn't sell their Uni. Oh my God.
Or
the people who farmed Uni.
Or new people in general.
Or just new people in general.
I mean, that's how you generate it. I mean, you're like the drug dealer. Come here, little girl. Here, this one's free. I mean, that's how they get them. That's how they get them in it. However, I mean, who knows? Who knows? But perhaps it's worth clicking an ad account, move that Ethereum over to that new wallet. And if you were going to do the trade anyway, go ahead and do it on the new wallet. If you were going to do a liquidity pool, maybe go ahead and do it on the new wallet. Because who knows? Who knows? I think I got it on 3 different wallets last time, and one of them was significantly higher because I did more liquidity pool on that one. But
no, so just off you talking about that, going back to the video that I made earlier this week, and I was talking about how I follow this e-girl capital to get insights and whatnot. And one of the people that they follow is DGen Spartan. They've got like yearly predictions for 2021. And I just going back to look at what these yearly predictions were. One of the yearly predictions was stable coins will go, and this is DGen Spartan. If you haven't, you guys got to check out the account. Stable coins go over 100 billion in circulation. Custodial services rapidly increase assets under management. Some tap into DeFi money markets, pushing down yields in the space from massive supply increase that outpaces the speculative borrow demand. So essentially what they're saying is, of course, stable coins are going to go up. Centralized exchanges are going to have to collect more cryptos. But as new people come into DeFi, the crazy yields that we're having now are just going to go away.
Oh, yeah.
They're just going to go away because there's just going to be too much of it and not enough supply for it,
And that's the important part about getting in early. For instance, Sarah, are you still here with us? If you are, you and I have talked about wallet watching before.
Of course, that's guys. I tell you guys all the time. All this spaces is nothing but pocket watching. Watching. That's all we're doing. But continue.
So, I was telling you before we started. I started an experiment. You and I do a lot of experiments, which some people like. Some of them work out, some of them don't. My leverage position worked out well. She's still here. So anyway, and I'm gonna tell you what color lure to use, but I ain't gonna tell you where my fishing hole is. But I'm gonna tell you how I found it. Whenever if Tyler's doing his stream, and everybody always says, "Oh, people have Tyler's wallet," la 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 la. Okay, what I've done is I go, while he's doing his stream, I go to the coin that he's talking about page on Uniswap. And I'm looking at it, and whenever I see the price just drop, I see who it was that dumped. And then, I saw one the other day for 65 ETH.
So are you watching on Dex Tools or are you watching on?
I'm watching on Uniswap. I
Oh,
have
so
to
you're
keep
watching it
hitting
on
refresh.
watch it on Dex Tools. It might be a little bit better. If
Oh,
you
okay. I will then.
yeah. Watch it on Dex Tools. It might be you might have a little better time than instead of watching it on Uniswap. But yeah, and they're pretty up to date when it comes to like wallets.
Yeah, it's
Like
usually about 5 seconds behind, I think, on Dex Tools, which is why.
yeah,
But you
which is
don't have to keep hitting refresh.
yeah, but it slows your bandwidth down to the point where you would have so many loaded that it just like it slow you down like crazy.
Yeah, and so I just watch, and when somebody drops 65, I mean, because there's people coming into the chat bitching and whining. The great thing about crypto and blockchain is that it is an open book. And if somebody did the work and they found Tyler's wallet, okay. I'm not even talking about Tyler's wallet, but talking about pocket watching and wallet watching. I go to those like while he's doing his video, I'm listening and I'm watching. And if I see somebody drop a sell that just got them 65 ETH, I want to know who that sumbitch is. So I'll go and I'll find his wallet. And then there is a tracking device in Telegram where you can just pop it in there and give it a name like whale number 1, because he either knows and has an eye on Tyler's wallet or he beat Tyler to it. Either way, I want to know who that motherfucker is.
You guys are getting these fucking gems. That is such a good technique. That makes so instead of because some people they just like so they would buy as soon as like so some people would be watching Tyler's wallets, right? And then they'll wait for the video for Tyler to put out the video. And then once the video comes out, they would dump. And you're watching Uniswap, you're watching Dex Tools now, but you're watching Uniswap waiting there saying, "Oh, let me look at this whale who just dropped 65 ETH when he just sold on he just dumped on Tyler's
Yeah.
subscribers, essentially just dumped." And
Who
you
is
just go
he?
straight to that. Who is that? Let me go straight to his wallet and let's see what the fuck he's been buying this whole time.
Yeah, because like I said, he either knew when Tyler bought it or he beat Tyler to it. Either way, I want to be watching him. And the good thing about this bot on Telegram is that it tells you the second it happens, instead of like doing it on Zapper or Zerion where you have to go and check and
you gotta I didn't see using multiple tools. But I see this is why I remember one of the earliest things that I said about Telegram was Telegram is one of the biggest dexes that people don't know about.
And so and I was telling you when we started, I was doing an experiment. Because somebody said something, the other day about, oh yeah, well, I'm just a little guy and everything. And well, number one, I am too. But what I did was I set aside 8 Ethereum and I did 1 week of paper trading because I've done that experiment. I did it for a week because when people are complaining about it, I'm going, wait a minute, how can I use this to my advantage? And so with that bot, it tells me like the instantaneous when they bought. Now, I'm not going to tell you what wallets to watch. Like I said, I'll tell you what color lure to use, but I ain't going to tell you where my hole is.
I'll give you the process, but I'm not going to tell you the whales that I'm jumping into. But I remember we were talking about this a couple of days ago, and I was talking about how a whale burnt. Like I FOMO'd into a coin a whale that I was following. They had like $1.5 million in cryptocurrency in this wallet, and I'm like, Jesus, yeah, I'm gonna follow this account and just see like what the hell have they been touching? What in the world? And then just like, and of course, especially when you're watching it on like Zapper or Zerion, especially the coins that aren't on a token list yet, or that aren't certified yet, or that aren't even on CoinGecko yet. Oh my god!
Yeah, and
if I'm looking and it's not on CoinGecko, and I can find it on Dex Tools, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I want to try. I'm like, oh, opportunity here.
Because each of them, I've got like 10 that I'm watching. And so but instead of, oh, he bought this yesterday, it tells you he bought it 3 seconds ago. And it also tells you when he sold or when he transfers or whatever. But and so with that, I did 1 week of paper trades. And I went, yeah, I got to do this. So I did my experiment. I set aside 8 Ethereum and I did it strictly on these Wells wallets, just mirroring and doing exactly what they did. Basically the same thing as token sets. And that 8 Ethereum is now 77 Ethereum in 2 weeks.
God. These
Strictly
short-term capital gains tax.
I don't care. 70% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
There you go. You guys heard it first. 75% of something is well, it's short-term capital gains, so it's like 30 to 40%.
It's 30 and it's 15 if it's it's 15 if it's longer term. So it's a difference of 15%. It's
like 15 to 20 if it's long, 30 to 40 if it's depending on your income bracket.
Now, so and that is for Miss Sarah. So now I feel comfortable sharing that with you because I don't know how many people we got. 20 in mine and however many on you.
60 over here, bro.
Okay, because
you just told the world the secret.
I know a lot of people that would do it and they think it's a great idea. And if you talk to them 3 months later, they'll tell you, "Oh, you know what? That's a good idea," and they still haven't done it yet. So I don't mind. Done it. But I mean, that's
I've dropped the links for Dex tools. I've this now. One somebody was asking was what's the bot on Telegram? That's what they wanted to know.
Send me one eat. No, I'm playing.
Send me one eat. Oh, shout out, hey, Crypto King. Thank you for the $5 tip. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I almost forgot. What just talking, hi, hey, how you doing? Ninja Grassmaster been in the chat chilling. Jason J was good.
So that is not financial advice. I'm just saying it was an experiment, and 2 weeks into the experiment, I'm pretty freaking happy with it. So I want to make sure I'm not here, go chasing and go nuts. And
but you also have to let a full disclosure though. Scotty, are you do you have a job right now or are you full-time crypto now?
What do you mean by job?
So in the sense of, do you have a 9 to 5?
No.
Okay, so you don't have a 9 to 5 right now. So you guys also have to understand, like, he has the time to do this. Oh, appreciate you coming through. Thank you, King. Appreciate that. But just you also have to know you have to have the time to be able to do this. Now, granted, you could be at the office because you can set up your MetaMask on any browser or whatnot. You could be at the office, but you still got to work and whatnot. But
I can't find it right now because I'm looking for it. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I realized you were looking for it.
But
if anything, guys, Google it when it comes to, because you can create it pretty much. It's almost like like I know some people have created the bot. You know what I'm saying? I know Telegram has really good creation tools to help you create a bot and what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's that whole lemons and lemonade thing, man. I mean, because when you're given a situation, you can either bitch and whine about it or how your brain, this is back to what I was talking about as far as framing it from a business sense, or I can go, all right, this is how I'm going to work this to my advantage. So, hey, it's working. So it works until it doesn't, right?
It works until it doesn't, because we understand that how much of this time do we have left? Like, this is what we're doing couldn't have been done a year ago. Well, it might have been done, but we wouldn't have had the tools. Like, we wouldn't have had the Dex tools. We wouldn't have had like the Zerion or the Zapperfies, or we wouldn't we just wouldn't have the tools. Now, like, this is our one and only chance moment to get as much as possible because we know how short these bull markets are. And yeah, we're talking about from here to the rest of the year, but then after that, that's it. Then we're going back like, and this is just speculation and assumptions and not financial advice, but the way that they crypto moves cyclical, it moves in cycles, 4 years, you know what I'm saying, 4 year
Right.
cycles. You don't want to get caught holding the bag when this is all done and said and over with.
All right,
You
and
know what I'm
actually,
saying?
that's a good point, and this is for my buddy Dave, who my travel buddy. He was with me when we did the West Coast swing. Um, he was saying the other day, because I said, "Yeah, I think we've got what 7, 8, 9 months left. Who knows?" But the correction after this crazy jump is going to be violent. Um, And he said, no, I don't think that there will be a whatever percent, 80% retrace this time because of all the corporate faces that are now in the game. And I said, dude, that gives them even more reason
Because now
to,
they're gonna short it.
yeah, because now they're going to try to screw their neighbor, right?
Like
Um,
I don't. I said this is the. I saw a tweet on Instagram and it hit the nail in the head so much when I heard it. Everybody's so happy that corporate money's coming in. Corporate money's coming in. Just remember, corporate money trades like U.S. stock market. So now we're getting more and more correlated to the U.S. stock market.
yeah.
Just to let you guys know, because their mindset is U.S. stock market. Their mindset, it's not like, oh, this is completely discorrelated from what I already know. I'm just going to use the same concepts I've already used in this space because it's just another trading space, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're those institutional buyers are also institutional sellers.
Oh, that's the thing. That's people don't realize the institutional buyers are also people thinking that these institutions are just hodling forever, like a crazy, like a crazy Bitcoiner. But just like how you see, Jack was like, yeah, Bitcoin's cool and all. And just going back to the whole Jack and doing the whole NFT with what was it on Matic, I believe. I forget what project they did it on, but it just goes to show me ETH is coming to Cash App eventually.
Oh yeah.
Like to compete with PayPal, to compete with and just the level of like revenue that they are getting from Bitcoin alone. Um yeah, they're gonna have to provide other like ETH, maybe a Litecoin. I don't know about Bitcoin Cash because he's so into the Bitcoin, but I could see Bitcoin, ETH. I just because maybe another OG, but maybe I don't know because between Bitcoin and ETH, everything else in the top is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Sorry, Chain League fans. Wait. Make an exception for the linkers.
Make an exception for the Linkies. Make it all right. Linkies, you guys get an exception. But after that, like a majority of the stuff, and I know I'm not saying Monero or whatever, but Monero is not getting a listen on no Cash App. We all know that. No one's thinking about Monero. But y'all heard, yeah, smash the likes, man. Smash the likes. I got 61 people in here vibing.
Hey, brother.
59 concurrent. Smash them.
I've heard you talk about how and when you got into crypto,
Of course.
and the why, same as all of us.
Make money. Make money. Yep.
Like
Yeah.
a video I sent you
I
earlier.
never
Make
had.
money, money.
But
But
I came into space to make money. I'm here for the technology and making money.
right. Well, somewhere along the way, and probably about the same time it did for me, because it was such a kick in the groin. It was like, okay, well, okay, no reason to watch Blockfolio. I might as well learn. And that
Mm-hmm.
was when you kicked it into that gear. What was the one thing for you, that defining moment where you went, okay, this is pretty fucking cool? I mean, after the money, um,
It
it,
was. I remember I made an Ethereum wallet and I started moving ETH around, and I'm like, because all I was doing was moving like from Coinbase to Binance and just looking at the numbers and just being careful and being scared that I'm um, sending these. But it was when I started using ETH and started trying to get into ICOs way too late. Way too late. And I was like, this is fucking dope. This is wild. Someone wrote in the chat, DeFi, bro. That's when I was like, this is fucking cool, easy, yeah. But see, it was DeFi for people. It was DeFi for people, but it was like, and then of course I went down the rabbit hole of like just understanding what a blockchain was, and it was when I realized, oh, this is a ledger that's not going away anytime soon or ever, if that. Yeah, I'm a hold on to it. I'm a hold on to this for sure. And so, but it was really moving the coins around and realizing that I was doing something completely different than what everybody else was doing.
Very cool.
Even and so that's what it was for me. I know people are looking at my screen right now. I've had the altcoin season because I made a video about like top secret. Shh, don't tell nobody, even though everybody knows. If you're in crypto for a long time, everybody knows the site. And just looking at it, and we're still grinding along, trying to get into alt season. We're still not in alt season yet. That's why I've been holding on to my altcoins because not only that, but when we're looking at like the Bitcoin dominance chart, Bitcoin made that that big crazy dip from 60 to 40, and altcoin dominance hasn't really like took a hit like that. Altcoins look like they still want to push up and go higher. So that's why I've been like, and of course that's why I've been like trading slowly in and out of alts, just to keep making sure I accumulate more ETH, making sure I accumulate more BTC, and then just having a little moon bag of the alt after I've gotten what I've gotten, the return I've gotten out of it.
Let me ask a question. When you talk about the chart that you're looking at there, as far as alts, I assume it's considering Tether.
No, it's not considering Tether
Oh,
at
okay,
all.
okay.
No,
I was
no,
going to
no,
say,
no.
if so, I don't care what that chart says.
No, yeah, no, no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. This chart does not include Tether whatsoever.
Okay, cool.
There are notes on here at the bottom that say this includes. Yeah, right here. Excluded from the top 50 stable coins are Tether, DAI, and ASIC-backed tokens like Wrap Bitcoin and C-Link. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Those synthetic tokens are not included in um, the charts.
Have you used? Oh wait. Do you know anybody who's used FTX?
I've heard people using it. I don't know anybody personally who uses it.
Because we're not supposed to use it as here in the USA. I'm just
Of course not.
I'm intrigued on this Coinbase offering it, and I don't know how to.
Oh, you're trying to get into that. They're trading the futures for Coinbase right now on
Yeah,
there.
and
Do they have sizable liquidity?
FTX to me was it was not user friendly. I mean, I understand it. I mean, I guess I understand it, but I kind of liked that Deuce. I went on there and looked around for a little bit, which is pretty cool.
What was it?
That
I
looked a
just
lot
pulled
more.
up.
It was more like Uniswap for that Coinbase
Oh, okay.
token.
No, and you're talking about the Coinbase thing. I pulled up. So I used this a while back during the Bucks game, the poly market, the prediction market.
Uh-huh.
It's built on Matic, which is now Polygon or whatever. Um, Red Snapper's talking about use a VPN on FTX. Not financial advice, whatever. But you got the rights to do.
But you can only get to the second level with a VPN.
Don't use FTX. You can't withdraw more than like $1,000 without ID.
Right.
Is that what you
Well,
were coming dealing with as well?
yeah, I mean, that was the level one. Level two, I think you give them an email address and it gives you 3 to 9,000, but only in USD, no crypto. So you can't pull it off of there if you had the tokenized version of it,
See, this is why I like DeFi. I don't even got I don't have to
which,
deal with I don't have to deal with withdrawal limits or like any of that stuff. I mean, granted, I still have to deal with like liquidity,
well,
you
it's
know.
DeFi. It's just staying in
I have to deal with
compliance.
fees.
But I did like that Deuce, the look and the feel of that. It was like FTX for dummies. Here, go.
I got someone in my chat. Jonah Hill says that the grand is you can't withdraw without a grand. That's a lie. It looks like he's able to do it as long as he got the VPN.
Well, like I said, I did the VPN, but I still to get to the third
What?
level
I didn't hear that.
where you could take crypto off. Um, it, oh, hang
So
on.
no, you're fine. So I was looking at the because you were talking about the Coinbase thing, and it was like there's a Polymarket bet right here. And I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm just looking at it. So what will Coinbase's market cap be week one after it starts publicly trading? And then there's like a range of 15 billion to 75 billion. Now, at its current valuation, how much is that? How much are they currently valuated at?
Last week when Tyler did the video on it, it was like 375, I think. It was
So like
410 when I looked last night. I don't know what
uh,
as far as market cap. I meant
so
per share.
yeah, so right here you can long or short this. Oh my gosh. So let's just say if I put like $1,000 in, um, if I were to have long this, my at by the date it would I if I were to long this with $1,000 right now and it came out as positive by that date, I'd make 14%, which isn't too bad. But if I wanted to be the contrary and take like $1,000, in which the chances of me winning this prediction are slim to none, because Coinbase is going to come out valuated at like stupid numbers for some reason, and I could make like a 5x on this within that time period if all this reversed. But why would I be taking a bet that clearly seems to be on the way of going in the opposite direction, going in favor of Coinbase being really, really huge. But
What does that market cap work out to as a per share?
I don't know. I haven't I didn't know. I don't even know how to do math. I'm not even gonna lie to you. No clue how to do the math whatsoever. I'm just being truthful.
Oh, so are you going to watch or have you been watching the fights?
Oh no, I haven't. I've let crypto consume a lot of my life. I've let crypto consume a lot of my life, so I've dropped a lot of stuff. But I used to watch the fights a lot.
Do you know what? I'm late to the game because I was more of a traditionalist boxing, and
Right? Oh, nah.
so I'm really late to the game. But
when you started watching the fights, when you started watching fights,
about a year
UFC fights.
ago.
Oh God, I don't want to be you, boomer. How could you?
I
I've been watching UFC fights since I was in high school. That's like a decade, a little over a decade now.
Yeah, it's so I don't know the players. I haven't, and I don't know the moves, and I don't know the holds. I have an appreciation for, you know, me watching them beat the hell out of each other. But it's like every Saturday night. It's part of the gig. But I wasn't gonna do a fight themed thumbnail until you sent me the picture of you, and I went, oh, Fight night.
Hey,
Because you're like, whatever the stance was.
war on rugs.
Whereas, there you
Sorry,
go.
I was looking at this war on rugs. I do like those war on rugs where they're just exposing all the rug pulls that are happening. Um, UFC is boring. You crazy, bro. You crazy. It's like it's. I think boxing is getting boring now, and that's why we're getting people like
Yeah.
YouTubers and stuff coming into the game because they need that entertainment. They need that. Like think about it. Mayweather still gets a lot of attention. Mayweather, like, is he not done? Is it not over yet?
Well,
You know what I'm
he's got to
saying?
pay the SEC now, so.
Ugh, ugh. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through crypto Twitter to see if anyone's really talking about anything good. I
There was
know.
something I saw. What did I see? Oh, you
What?
saw the Binance chain hack?
Look, I'm done with Binance Chain. 14K BTC about to dump. Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, BTC don't look good, bro. I ain't gonna
Well,
lie, BTC does not look good.
I
But
mean,
did y'all see ETH broke out on BTC,
oh,
which is
did
a
it?
pretty yeah, it broke out a little bit on BTC, which was really really good. BTC is going down while it's going up, and it hasn't done that in like forever, forever. Like it hasn't done that in so long, and I was just thinking about. You see an inverse head and shoulders on BTC. I don't know about no inverse head and shoulders. I don't know about no inverse head and shoulders. I see a possible head and shoulders like boom down, boom down, boom down. I can see that, but I don't know. I don't know. You guys are going. Did anybody give Uniswap V3 rumors are spreading? Yeah, I saw that. Um oh, it's a W. Hey man, once you see that W, W's me are good things for me. Yeah, well, I think ETH is leading the market because because of the whole Jack Dorsey thing. I think when the whole Jack Dorsey thing went down, I think that's what caused ETH to like really pop off against BTC. And just in my opinion, and then now you're probably like people are probably thinking of like, oh my gosh, I wonder what's gonna happen like when Cash App, you know what I'm saying? When ETH Cash App, that's what people are pretty much waiting on, because now that they see that he's even touching playing with it, when ETH Cash App, just wait
uh,
for it to happen.
yeah, I wasn't a fan either, but the thing with boxing is that they fight like once every 8 months, and with this UFC, they'll fight. Well, what are you doing next Tuesday? Okay, but it's every week because there's enough fighters. I think it adds a little bit different whatever to it. Yeah, the Uniswap
So what?
that
So
would be sweet.
the V3, like I said, the V3 rumors. I just want to know, like, this is what you gotta love about this space. You can't do anything with your Uniswap tokens. Nothing except for vote, which no one's voting on anything because nothing's being voted on. And price go up. Price go up. It doesn't matter. Price go up. And I'm like, man, and y'all want me to take this thing seriously? Y'all want me to be serious about this?
Nuts.
But I got a tweet here from Chainlink God. I'm guessing this is the rug that you were talking about Meek Rat Finance rug pull today. CZ's doing an exceptional job, and the team are back, and they said it's just a trial. They will return all the funds. Politically, this shows as a perfect ending. Blah 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 blah. The latest 31 million BSC rug pull is now being spun by developers as a trial of greed. In reality, Binance shut off the cross-chain bridge so that they had no way to leave the walled garden of BSC. BSC is a permissioned ecosystem, and every address is a 1 to 2 multi-sig with CZ. That's I don't understand how people didn't know that's what it was going to be in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, I wanted to see if she looked good, but um, yeah, BSC. When people are talking about, oh, I'm going to BSC, going to try it out, go try it out, have fun. Let me know when you come back to ETH. Let me know when you're ready for these $12, $20 gas fees again.
Yeah,
because everything's being done here.
yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like, well, the transaction fees are less, but what did they have to sell over there? It's like, oh,
what copies of everything you guys got on ETH?
yeah, nothing really. So I'm gonna save money to buy crap just because it's cheaper.
People want to know, will ADA go any higher? I believe ADA will go higher, just not in the short term. And that ain't financial advice. I wouldn't know. I don't have any insider knowledge on ADA, but XDAI versus BSC, right on. Still staking my XDAI for sure. If you have like $2,000 worth of XDAI, you can stake it. But what I was saying was, sorry, I lost my train of thought. BSC, XDAI, ADA. That's somebody was asking me about ADA. Yeah, I don't know if ADA is going to go up anymore right now because I believe it's going up because of the hard fork or whatever for smart contracts. I'm waiting for ADA to actually have smart contracts, and I want to see who is actually going to use it. When they start talking about who's actually going to use it in the smart contracts, then I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll try something out. But until then, I'm right here because most people are going to come back to ETH regardless. You know?
Agreed. Sorry, that went down the wrong pipe.
No worries. But I'll just a little heads up, guys. I do got something to do after this, so I've got about like 10 more minutes. But I love hanging out with you guys, chilling. But definitely 10 more minutes for sure.
So you wanted to talk about? You said killer trades, or were you just being silly?
Oh, I was just being silly. I was just being silly. I don't. It's weird to talk about, like, even though I talk about it, just like, hey, we're here making these trades. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize how like badly I was turning into a trader more than I was just like hodling.
Well, I'm sure we can find what is that? The Art of War. I'm sure we can find something in there. But as the
oh wow, Uni just hit $30.
As the terrain changes, so does your vision and so does your strategy.
Of course.
The part of my strategy that has not changed is whenever I take profits, I throw some into Bitcoin, I throw some into Ethereum, and I throw some into DOT. But what has changed is the composition of the rest of that, because then it was like, okay, then there was stake and XRT and those that, okay, these are like pseudo hodls, so these go over here, and then so these are my longer plays. These are these are hodls, but and then all of a sudden, and then this is my play money, and then all of a sudden my play money is more than the rest of my trading wallet, so I got to separate it again and just keep resetting it, but and I say that not in a oh, look at me, look what I can do, type attitude. I say that because I realize I'm falling upwards. I'm failing upwards in some of these trades, but you don't have to hit a home run every single time.
You
You just
really
got to hit
don't.
a home run a couple of times.
That's
And it,
it. Like,
no, go
go
ahead. I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, no. Now I'm watching. I'm freaking uni, bro. Freaking uni. It's going bonkers again because of uni. And the only thing I'm worried about is what's going to happen throughout the week, because you know how it is throughout the week. Alts get shattered and bruised, and then the weekend comes, and then we're all rich again. He's like, hey. I wonder if this bull market's going to end on a weekend. You know, I wonder
um,
if it's going to top out on a weekend, just
there's
like how it's
only,
been doing recently.
I mean, other than you, there's only two crypto YouTubers that I watch. Tyler, obviously,
Of course.
and I watch Crown only because he's not emotional about it at all.
Oh yeah, Crown's one best trader.
And when those candles
Best.
were whenever he goes, and I think it'll take a bouncy bounce right here. I put in a buy there, and son of a bitch, he's always right. I don't know what he sees, but
He's used to it's used to it now. He sees it.
it's like the Matrix. I don't see this. I see woman drinking glass of water. I see, um, but I watch him more for direction of the market because he does it in such a unemotional way. And so what's neat is when you arrive at that one point where what your fundamentals guy and your research guy is telling you, where it coincides with what your technical analysis guy was saying, because um, Tyler's been talking about, that shorting situation and them needing to get some collateral for the tether, but then they just printed some more the other day, and I see Crown saying it's probably going to come down to like 39, and it should bounce there, and I think we're going off to the races. So it's nice to see when the technical side meets the information side, and they're both saying the same thing.
Mm.
Um, I just hate that Crown, that the main people that he hooked up with in the crypto world are the ones that he did, because they're the ones that suck.
That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had interviews with a couple of people or whatnot, and it's just how it is in this space. I can't really control what other people choose to do in this space, but I can choose who I associate with. I can choose who I lead my subscribers to, and even though not everyone may not be the best, there's still something that you can gain from them. Like people got mad at me, and a lot and I realized a couple of my subscribers haven't came back since I made the video, but um I made a video with Trayvon James because
Oh,
I felt like people needed to know that story and needed to understand like what went down, because they're new to the space and they don't understand how to spot a scam or understand like what a scam would feel like. And I had a conversation with him because he's known for that, scam. And you can learn from that, because there are a lot of projects that he gets into, and I'm like, I would never, but I know the difference. And then when you get another influencer and the types of projects that they get into, it's like, I really don't care about anything that's not on ETH. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
so you have to be able to like get through each one of these people and take what you can from them, and get the best information you can from them and know who you're talking to. Because like people, like I said, when people go into Tyler's chats talk about coins that they know he hates, like what's the point? You know, like what's the point? You know he does. Like you come in there talk about some Binance chain thing. He's like, thanks for the free money. What else are you gonna do? Thanks for the free money. Like thanks, appreciate you. But what else are you gonna do? You know. But
and you can tell he's torn on that because he wants to be able to talk to people about tokens, and he also wants, hey, maybe I'll stumble across a good one that I can look into.
I still haven't seen him stumble across anything
No,
good.
no,
But
but
that's
you
the
can
part.
see him. He's trying to do that for the community, but at the same time, you can see with each question, it's like you see him doing this. You know, it's
Because he knows it's just a shill
yeah,
fest. It's just a shill
and
fest.
he hates
Like
it. He
majority
hates
of
it. You can
people have
tell.
no clue why they're jumping into this token whatsoever. It's all about price go up right now.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing. It's all about, and it's gonna be there for a while. I feel like for the rest of the year, if not for the rest of this bull market, it's just gonna be price go up.
Oh my God, these guys are going to be so wrecked by then.
And then they'll learn who to follow, and they'll learn who to not to follow, and they'll learn how to do their own research, because eventually the people who stick around long enough do their own research because they got wrecked too many times. Dreams
Well,
shall be shattered. Yeah, you're right.
and
Hey Brian, thank you
that's
for
why
the
I put
tip.
that asterisk there on that pocket watching, because you were saying that you got wham bam thank you ma'am, like
Mm-hmm. Look, I got wham bammed. Look, it was that was my own fault because I wasn't moving fast enough. Because sometimes you just gotta get in and get out. And I wasn't moving fast enough, and I came back, looked at the wallet, like, oh my god. And then, unlike getting liquidated, you can get liquidated and your money's just gone. But like when it comes to like a coin going to like $50 to freaking 7 bucks, oh my god, $9. It's like, well, I can buy some more down here and pray that it comes back one day through some random wild pump.
where
Or, you know what I'm saying? Or just say, you know what, take the loss and keep it going.
there were people after that paid dump that
Oh,
were legitimately asking, so should I buy this? Don't,
no, no,
no,
no. How
no.
about you get in the Telegram group and see how they're talking about how they're going to start a whole new contract and how this token's going to be useless in a couple of days?
Yeah, like no,
Like
do
what was
not
it?
buy it. Do not
Did
buy.
did did what token? I know gas tokens were going to be hot, and now they're all going to be smashed. What gas token? Um, what was the big one? The main one?
Ethanol,
No, 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 no. The one
chai,
from 1 inch.
chai, tea,
Chai. Did
chai
they ever
tea.
recover from? Did they ever recover from their dump? Ah, they 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 haven't recovered since the whole conversation what happened, which is it's pretty sad. But it goes to show you like what this thing was at like $8, and now it's at 350s. So I don't know, guys. I just had to put that out there. But you got any final words for everybody as we get any closing thoughts?
um, Not really. I'm just waiting to see if my. Oh yeah, actually I do. I was gonna see if my waitress has an empty table or not to go watch the rest of the fights. But
He's gonna go see his favorite waitress, y'all. I'm over here home just rubbing on my neck.
well, not if there's not a table available. I'm not. I will say this. Somebody said the other day, like, "Oh, you ought to come to our area and do what you do, like as far as adoption and stuff like that, with waitresses and just people in general. And I'm like, why would I come to your area? You're there.
Dude, you do it.
You do
But
it.
they don't want to do it, bro.
They don't want to do it. It's easier to sit around and bitch about not enough adoption or not enough women instead of going out and finding some women and
putting it
getting
in
them
their hands.
involved. Yeah, and I will tell you that. And I've got some other messages that were like, "Oh, I bet you wish you had that back." I bet because I've done several of those type videos along the way, and I'm like, no, I
Yeah,
don't. That's not.
it
If
wasn't
I
the point.
cared, I wouldn't have done it in the first place. But this particular waitress, um, it was a situation where, with the COVID and everything, the permits and the food handling license got shut down, and she needed that to continue working, and so she didn't have funds, and I want to help, but whenever you lend money, it's
It's
into
a
a
situation.
friendship.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about this, but that's more behind closed doors. The audience doesn't
No, no,
really
no,
know.
no. This is cool. What's cool about it was um, something that I did last July, at a moment in her life when she needed help. Ethereum had 4x'd by then, so that $40 was now $160, and it was able to help her in those times that were kind of rough for her. So, no, I'm not glad I had it back. I'm glad that if that's the only person that it helped, I'm
Of
glad
course,
that it did. But
because you're just gonna gamble it and make it more anyways.
maybe.
but but guys, I want to say, of course, Scotty P, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Of course, if you guys weren't paying attention, Scotty really dropped some serious gems. Like when it comes to like getting into cryptocurrencies and trying to get ahead of the game. Um, uh, so just sorry, someone just typed in like BTC's going up. I'm not looking at BTC right now. Like, I'm pretty sure it's pumping, but just and of course, Anthony, thanks for the tip. I had to say it again. But guys, I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel.
And
Scotty
thank
P, of
you to you
course.
guys too.
Thank you, Scotty P's live stream. Um, I put it in the stream already, but if you guys want to go back into the stream again and just go click on the link, check out the channel for yourself. And Scotty's got great information. But other than that, guys, thank you guys so much. Take it easy. We out.
All right, man. And let me.
All right. Oh, hey. 80
All right.
subscribers on that video. That was fun.
What's that?
No, I said